Hey, I'm leaving. I let him know before I go. Jungkook was sitting on the couch while texting. A frown was etched on his face when he looked up. His eyes when he saw me. His mouth opened in a gap. He we haven't really been talking for days ever since his outburst at the boy in the mall. I kinda miss our argument. It meant that we are friends despite him being a crime organization. He nodded when he finally went back to his senses. It was it's what we usually do when either of us says something. We don't talk back and make even a slightest conversation. He went back to his phone and made that as my cue to go. I was lucky enough that as soon as I got out of the building, there was an empty cab parked in the area. Someone just got out, so I immediately took the chance to ride. Jin Hyung said to meet up at the club at 8. He offered to come and get me, but I refused since I no longer live in the apartment. He might find out about my living condition. Taehyung, I searched for the source of the voice. It wasn't take long when someone longed at me for a hug. I almost lost my balance, but thankfully regained it right away without falling. I realized it was RJ, one of the Jin's close friends at work, who was calling me. I immediately returned the hug with a laugh. I forgot to thank the driver before he drove off. Oh my god, how are you, Thay? Haven't seen you for months. A grin so wide stretched his cheek. I couldn't help but smile at his bubbliness. Yeah, I tell of having trouble trying to tell him what happened these past few months. I heard from Jane what happened. His voice was held with sadness. I'm sorry about your best friend. You could always came to us. We are here for you. Let's limit the clubbing, though my best friend hates that. I was lucky enough that he let me out tonight. I clenched. It's Jin's thing, you know. I'm a cafe type of boy. I shrugged. We started walking towards the entrance of the club. Jin's already waiting for us inside. We seriously need to find Jin a boyfriend so he would be preoccupied with something else and not partying. You look hot. Wow, Taeyang, I didn't even know why you were always wearing those baggy clothes, he said in awe while looking at me up to down. I laughed. He rambling really amazing me. I just didn't want my clothes to be ruined by paint. Been there, done that. I ruined a couple of shirts in past. Never want to do it again. Well, that's bad. You look really gorgeous. Hey, are you up for a date? RJ has a cute friend that I really like to introduce you to. Been waiting to have a travel date. You know, we stopped at the gym in from near the entrance. It wasn't that long, but there is still a lot of people, especially since it's Saturday. RJ rolled his eyes. I already did, but the guy wasn't his type. Jin said he was too nice, like really. Sometimes I just want to slap Jin's pretty face. I laugh at his rambling. RJ's really talkative. That's my people. That's why people like him. He could easily talk to anyone and he's really friendly. I think Jin's used to the fact that he's always the one to break a guy's heart. I guess this time he wants some bad boy who could break his heart. RG and I laughed at that. It didn't long. When the guard checked our ID and let us in, Jin said that he had a VIP room, so we went out to looking for that specific room. Happy birthday, Jin. RJ towards him and scanned him with his bone-crushing hug. Seriously, RJ, Jin complained but hugged him back. Nonetheless, RJ giggled, "Happy birthday." Our eyes met over RJ's shoulders. Jin let go of RJ and turned towards me. His arms circled around me. "Glad you came. I really thought you bailing." I giggled, "Not a chance." We let go and held each other at arm's length. "Where are the others?" I looked for them behind him. They weren't in the room. RJ sat on the couch comfortably. They went to the bar for drinks. "I have got you two with margaritas." Jin and I went to the couch and sat. I took a glance down at the dance floor. There really were a lot of people tonight. I could see men and women dancing and grinning with their partners. The music was muffling by the soundproof walls. Not a moment later, Jimin and RJ arrived with the drinks. A couple of drinks and random conversation later, we decided to dance. RJ volunteered to stay and watch our stuff, and he didn't want to upset his boyfriend. The three of us rocked the dance floor, especially when the music hit its peak. The DJ kept hitting really good music to sway our hips. Jin and I laughed at Jimin, who was horrified at the scene when another friend grinned against him. I grabbed Jin's hand and twirled him around. He traveled playfully away from me. He bumped into some guy and he frequently apologizing. I smirked when he froze at the sight of the guy. He was cute and looked to be his type. I turned away, understanding the situation. Not a second longer, a pair of hands snaked around my wrist. Jimin and other friend both looked at me simultaneously. They grinned and winked while dancing with each other. I had a hint why they grinned when I turned around to find out who those hands belonged to, and I was right. He was hot. He smiled when our eyes met. A pair of dimples decorated his smile. He was tall and ripping with muscles, but not to the point that would ruin the proportion. His hair was swept back with gel. I wanted to know the color of his eyes, but dim lights didn't help. I swayed him with him. When I realized he was dancing slowly with me, I was really busy judging his features. Who could blame me? He was a gorgeous man. "You are beautiful," he said through his smile. He pressed our bodies closer. The music was pretty and upbeat, yet we were dancing really slow. I gave him a small smile. Thank you. I snapped my hand to his shoulder and to his neck. You know, I was trying to find the right time to dance with you. Your friends were keeping you occupied, so I gathered up my courage to just steal you away from them. Coincidentally, they left the same time I was near you. I clenched really. That's some luck you got. His dimple are so cute. Oh my god, I'm changed. By the way, he was grinning from ear to ear. A lot of people must have chasing you, huh? He laughs at my words. I wish you know when someone tells you their name, you tell yours back. He teases. I was restraining a huge grin. I was having fun flirting with him. I don't want to. I would like to keep the mystery, you know. Well, I do have an option to ask your friends. I laughed. He twirled me halfway around. My back was against his chest. He continued to dance slowly against the beat music. Wanna sit down and have a drink? He said against my ear. I nodded, feeling drained from our non-stop dancing. He held my hand and dragged me towards the bar. He brought a drink for us. We sat and talked, asking questions about ourselves randomly. I could tell he was really interesting interested in me with the way he listened intensely and asked questions about me. He was so nice and really a gentleman. He was so impressed when I told him I'm a painter. His eyes were filled with delight. I felt happy. Not everyone is impressed with what I do, since not all think artists have bright future, but his response was different and I was glad we could really become close. Our conversation was cut off when his phone vibrated. There was a call. He asked permission before going to take the call. I was left with a permanent smile. Maybe I said it too earlier. Having fun, baby tiger. So everyone, this is end of today's episode. I'm sorry for my voice. I'm having some problem. So see you in the next episode. Till then, take care. Say bye.